Congrats.
I guess. Well, you know what? Really? Right, that's not
I know, everybody's standing.
Where's Connor's seat? I have been on my feet for a week.
On behalf of the students and staff of Red Hook High School, welcome to the commencement exercises of the class of 2015. My name is Roy Paisley. I'm the high school principal. I'm joined on stage by Assistant Principal Amanda Green, Superintendent of Schools Paul Finch, and Board of Education President Kelly Mosier. Today marks the 109th commencement exercises of the Red Hook School District. I don't think we'll have any weather, but if we do, we'll take a temporary break and then reconvene in the gymnasium. But it looks like the weather gods are with us. I'd like to call your attention to the program. The class of 2015 officers are listed inside the front cover, as well as the class advisors and the junior class officers who are serving as marshals today. We've listed the names of the graduates in the program, as well as 7 pages of awards that were presented earlier this month. Finally, the words of the alma mater appear on the back cover. At this time, I would like to introduce Ms. Lucy Mackabish, who will lead us in the national anthem.
Broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight, o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Thank you very much, Lucy. I would now like to invite up the senior chorus members to come forward to sing the alma mater. Thank you to the senior chorus members. At this time, I would like to introduce the Salutatorian of the class of 2015, Miss Melissa Van Orden.
Hello. Before I start, I would like to quickly offer thanks to those who have supported us for the past 4 years. Thank you to the teachers, obviously, who not only taught us but helped to shape our minds. Thank you to the administrators who kept this school running. Thank you to the counselors who guided us, the aides who put up with us, the office staff who organized us, the cafeteria staff who kept us fed, and the janitors who gave us a healthy environment to learn and live in. Today is a day like any other. The sun has risen, the grass is growing, the animals are out. For almost everyone on earth, today is just Saturday. However, for us, today is special, not because you will receive a paper that after today you only glance at occasionally, not because you get to listen to a bunch of speeches from people you half care about, but because today is, for all the students gathered here, the end of an era. Tomorrow, you will wake up the same person with the same feelings and the same worries as you had yesterday, and the world will look, smell, feel, and sound the same. Yet tomorrow, you will not be a senior. You will not be a student of Red Hook High School. You will not be my classmate. Tomorrow, you will, with a yawn and a stretch, and maybe a Tylenol, step onto a path that will carry you away from here and from your former classmates. For some of you, this will be the first time in your life you are separated from your classmates. Forget the past 4 years. Many of us have known, lived with, and grown with our fellow students for the past 7, 13, maybe even 18 years. However, it's likely that today, one of the students you have seen in the halls, or have borrowed a pencil from, or have glanced at in class will appear in your life for the last time. I'm not saying anyone is going to die, God forbid, but this is the last time that our class is going to gather together like this. There will be one person who leaves town and becomes too busy to come to class reunions, or moves overseas and makes a life there, or decides to make a fresh start somewhere else and cuts their ties with this town. After today, all of us are only bound together by our pasts and our memories. So what do? One of the most beautiful and most tragic things about life is that it goes on. Many of you will now go on to a college. Some of those will continue on to a graduate school or medical school or law school. Others of you will take a year off to find yourself before choosing your path in life. Some will go directly into the job market. Some will find apprenticeships. A few might enlist in the military. Some of you know exactly where your life is headed, and some of those who know are wrong. Some of you will choose one goal in life and pursue it on a straight path for the next few decades, while others will change direction many times. Some of you might never even have a goal at all and will just live to live. Many of you will find success in the end, but we will all fail at least once on the way. Hopefully, we will all have the strength to keep going when that happens. In 50 years, when you begin to reflect on your life, you will not remember this speech, and high school will be a blur of emotions caused by long-forgotten events. To be honest, I don't really care if you become rich or famous or important in the future. I know that there are students in our class with the potential to be great scientists, artisans, athletes, pop culture figures, politicians, academics, writers, historical figures, or whatever. But that's not what I hope for. I don't care if none of you are mentioned in a newspaper article or discover the cure for cancer or interviewed on television for your work. I don't care if Red Hook is never mentioned as the hometown of someone great. What I care about, what I hope for more than anything, is that in 50 years, when you reflect on your life, you can do so with a smile. Even if you aren't happy every day of your life, even if you fail 1,000,000 times, even if you don't live an impressive life, I hope you will all find a way to live a happy life. And that life is starting right now. Tomorrow, set out on a path, not for glory, not because you were told to, and not because it will be the easiest, but because it will make you happy. Tomorrow, start a life that you want to live. You are no longer a student. You are no longer a child. As cliché as it sounds, tomorrow is the first day of the rest of your life, and you have a lot of life left to live. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Melissa. It's my honor to welcome the senior chorus members up again to sing their vocal selection, which is Come So Far. you very much to the senior class chorus members. It is now my honor to introduce the valedictorian for the class of 2015, Miss Rachel Shoemaker.
Didn't trip. Good morning, graduates, families, friends, teachers, staff, administrators, and community members. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you all for gathering here to watch us as we bring this journey to a close. I believe the time that we've spent here in Red Hook has been a journey. I, like many of my fellow graduates, have spent the last 13 years in the Red Hook school system. I've walked these halls, I've sat in these familiar classrooms, spent all of my money on Cheetos in the vending machine. From long division to the deep metaphorical significance of flight in Toni Morrison's Song of Solomon, Red Hook has taught me so much. Although I may have somewhat forgotten how to actually do long division, there are countless other lessons that I've learned here in Red Hook that didn't require a lesson plan. One really important thing I've learned is that I definitely don't know anything about the future. And I'm really sure I can't speak about it as eloquently as Melissa just did. So I'm not gonna try. Over the course of the past few years, I've learned that I'm actually pretty good at making lists. So I'm gonna share one with you today. Here is an almost complete list of what I've learned in Red Hook, chronologically. In kindergarten, I learned that you should put yourself out there. If you can't read name tags, and you see a girl standing outside of your kindergarten classroom, you should go ask her what your name is. You might just become friends. In first grade, I learned that there isn't really a lot to remember from first grade. Try not to let that happen. Do something and make every year memorable. In second grade, I learned when I was in the only class that didn't get to move upstairs to the second grade hallway that not all expectations are met. But you can always find positives and letdowns, like not having to waste your energy by walking up and down stairs every day. In third grade, I learned that you're never done. You're only finished. There will always be work to be completed, improvements to be made, and goals to be accomplished. As we cross the stage to receive our diplomas in just a few minutes, I hope you understand that you have finished high school, but you are never done learning. In fourth grade, I learned that fourth grade is really all field trips. Take lots of field trips. They're good for you. In fifth grade, I learned that the Oregon Trail is honestly really terrible. Thank God for cars and bottled water. In sixth grade, I learned that not everyone can have a long locker. Sometimes life just kind of sucks. But it's not all bad. Having a bottom locker next to your best friend might not be too bad. Until Melissa drops a math book on your head. I haven't forgotten that. In seventh grade, I learned that judicial review is the power of the Supreme Court of the United States to review actions taken by the legislative and executive branches and to decide whether or not those actions are legal under the Constitution. It was at this point that I also learned the power of rote memorization, without which I probably wouldn't be standing here today. In eighth grade, I, along with the rest of the world, learned that Hannah Montana was really Miley Stewart. That one doesn't really have anything to do with Red Hook, but it was really significant, so whatever. In ninth grade, I learned that mitochondria is the powerhouse of the cell. Something about ATP? In 10th grade, I learned that sophomores really do hate freshmen. It's probably because they're embarrassed that they were once that unkempt and unruly. I say, embrace the fact that for probably an entire year, you were squirrely and a little bit stinky. It only shows you how much you've grown. I hope. In 11th grade, I learned that Sylvia Plath can nearly ruin your life. Nearly. Finally, in 12th grade, I learned that it's all about the curly arrows. Shout out IB Chem Squad. Thanks for being there through all the ups, downs, mental breakdowns, deadlines, decisions, and of course, the extended essay. I know that what I just said probably won't help you in the future. It probably won't inspire you to change the world or become a better person, but I hope it reminded you of some of the good times we've had here in Red Hook. As we look back at the past, we're about to leave these familiar hallways and memory-filled classrooms, heading into the rest of our lives. I hope by now you understand that the future is rarely absolute. Things can change in an instant and remind us that life is fleeting. While I'm confident that Red Hook has given us the skills and knowledge necessary to survive in the real world, I acknowledge that none of us really know what the future has in store for us. If there's one last thing I've learned here in Red Hook, is that tomorrow is finite, the present is momentary, and the past is beyond our grasp. All three are gifts to be cherished, not to be taken for granted. As we head into uncertainty, look back at your past, where you came from, Red Hook. See how much you've grown, the person you've become, how you can become a better person. Remember what it was that made you smile, the people who loved you, the places you felt most at home. It's important to realize when it's time to look back and when it's time to look forward, and when it's time to do both. Now is one of those times. We face tomorrow as we say goodbye to yesterday. We're moving on, letting go, holding on to tomorrow. We've always got the memories while we're finding out who we're gonna be. Whatever the future holds for you, I hope you make a bunch more great ones, wherever you go. Thank you. Hags Red Hook!
Thank you, Rachel. Before we present the diplomas, I'd like to take this opportunity to offer my personal congratulations to the class of 2015. Today marks the beginning of the next phase of your life and the end of a 13-year educational journey. During that time, you've grown, matured, and changed in many ways. Many people, parents, relatives, friends, teachers, and others have influenced you, guided you, and helped you get here today. At this time, I'd like to continue a tradition at Red Hook graduations, and I ask that the graduates stand up quietly as a group and look around and find a member of your family or a close friend and think for a moment how they have cared for you and looked after you for the past 17 years, and then give them a good round of applause as a sign of appreciation. Thank you. At this time, it is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Kelly Mosier, President of the Board of Education.
Great speeches, Rachel and Melissa. Melissa, you are wise beyond your years. On behalf of the Board of Education, I congratulate the class of 2015 as you graduate from Red Hook High School. The high school, it's pretty excited to see it offered up on Craigslist a week or two ago. I actually thought about buying it, but it doesn't have an auditorium. Great senior prank, by the way. When I was in high school, I had a G.K. Chesterton quote in my locker. "We are all in one boat in a stormy sea, and we owe each other a terrible loyalty." Recent events in this country have caused me to question whether we even feel any such loyalty to one another. Without elaborating on those events, I think it would be fair to say that we are a nation divided on many levels, and we need to change that. "25 years ago, Robert Fulghum wrote a book called All I Really Need to Know I Learned in Kindergarten." Well, obviously that's not true, or we wouldn't have kept you here for the last 12 years. But there were a lot of good messages in that book. Play fair, share, don't hit anyone, say you're sorry. My favorite, remember to flush. The point being, we've all known since at least when we were in kindergarten how to treat one another. But collectively, we are falling short. Yes, we do live in a complex world. There are no clear answers to the many challenging and vexing issues that face this country. But because we disagree, must we be so disagreeable? Must we be so judgmental? Must we be mean-spirited and disrespectful to one another? You sit today on the cusp of adulthood, poised one day not too far away to take the reins here and to assume leadership roles in many different organizations and in many different ways. You can help close this great divide in America and indeed in the world. I suggest to you that perhaps it is as simple as recognizing and being truly mindful, because we all know, we just pay no mind, that we are all far more alike than we are different. We all hope, we laugh, we cry, we love, we fear. We all have opinions, and that, my friends, is where we are falling off the rails. Please remember that you don't have to have anything in common or agree on one single point with another person to treat that person with kindness and respect. Kindness is the most powerful, least costly, and most underrated agent of human change. Kindness is the most powerful, least costly, and most underrated agent of human change. I don't know who said that, but I agree with it wholeheartedly. Let that change start with you, because indeed, we are all in one boat in a stormy sea, and we do owe each other a terrible loyalty. Choose to be someone who plugs the leak in the boat. Be an agent for positive change. Be kind. Congratulations and best wishes for a peaceful and rewarding future. Have a safe summer. Thank you. And it is my pleasure to introduce our Superintendent of Schools, Mr. Paul Finch.
Good morning. Congratulations, graduates. We are certainly proud of you. This past Thursday, I had the pleasure of interviewing a 2007 Red Hook graduate for a teaching position here in Red Hook. I took the opportunity to ask her which words she found most meaningful from my 2007 graduation speech. She thought for a moment and then asked inquisitively, "You spoke?" It certainly burst my bubble, and I'll try to do better this time. And you can file that one away as what not to say in an interview. But I did hire her anyway. She's a Red Hook grad. And impressive. So not long ago, I experienced an epiphany. I was riding along on my lawnmower when suddenly the engine stopped. I saw this bright light emanating from this white cloud, and then I heard this booming voice. "Paul." I said, "Yes, God." "You become your father. Why are you spending your only free time of the week mowing the lawn? You should be on the couch relaxing with a cold drink in your hand." At that moment, I knew that God really cared about me. Truth be told, I didn't see any cloud or bright lights or hear any booming voices. I did, however, hear my own inner voice say, "You've become your father." Is that a bad thing? Is that a good thing? I guess it depends. My father mowed his own lawn well into his 80s and often said, "Never trust a man who doesn't mow his own lawn." And so I mow because it's what Dad did. And by the way, my wife works herself into a tizzy cleaning the house during her only free moments of the week because that's what her mom did. Graduates, I guarantee that sometime in the future, you will hear a little voice saying a similar thing. Whether you like it or not, we are all creatures of someone else's expectations and modeling. Think about it. Since before kindergarten, someone has set the expectations for you and modeled behavior. Mom, dad, relatives, teachers, administrators, and yes, even friends. If we want to be honest, it would be a very rare student who is able to set and maintain a completely independent pattern of behavior over his or her 13 years of public schooling. Does that mean that you have had no free will? No. It simply means that as a human being and a social animal, you experience what is called conditioning. You have been conditioned by a parent or parents who expected a certain amount of effort and achievement. You've been conditioned by teachers and administrators who expected a certain amount of effort and achievement. And believe it or not, you've been conditioned by friends who expect a certain amount of effort and achievement. You sit here today as a product of all this conditioning. Is that a good thing? Is that a bad thing? I guess it depends. My point is not to judge the particular set of expectations you have experienced, but rather to tell you that the time has come for you to start having a conversation with yourself. Who are you? I mean, who are you really? Are you doing what you're doing because of some inner purpose? Or are you doing what you're doing because of someone else's expectations and modeling? To my point, am I mowing the lawn because I really like mowing the lawn, or because it's what Dad did and then it must be the right thing to do? These are hugely important questions to grapple with as you begin to create an independent life over the next few years. What really makes you happy and fulfilled? When you think about your future self, is your vision constrained by the conditioning you've experienced? Probably. Are you really examining the full gamut of opportunities that exist for you? Maybe. Maybe not. Are you concerned with what someone else thinks you should do? Or what you, as an independent thinker, thinks you should do? Again, I'm not suggesting that making other people happy or seeking advice isn't a good thing. But you only get one shot at this life. And I want you to end your life many, 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 many years from now feeling that you lived a life that was true to yourself. If you have not read the book, Excellent Sheep, I would recommend it. Especially if you consider yourself a high achiever. I love the book for several reasons. Primarily among them was because it focused on a phenomenon happening with our highest achievers. That is, too many college-age students have been conditioned to collect experiences for their resume, for future work, instead of viewing their education as having inherent value. Education should not always be about building a resume. Sometimes people call that credentialism. The author of Excellent Sheep defines education as an act that can help us to be born anew, to awaken something inside the soul that is wholly unique to the individual. With credentialism, students reduce the purpose of life to the accumulation of gold stars rather than thinking about what constitutes a valid life for them. So to the super high achievers in our midst, how are you defining a valid life? Is it the accumulation of something? Money, friends, credentials? Or does living a valid life mean something different? On the other end of the spectrum, we have the classic underachievers. You probably know who you are. These are the students among us who have been conditioned to expect little of themselves by way of achievement. Or these could be the students who succeed but only commit partial effort. They too are underachievers. It is is a decision point for these students. Are you going to continue down the conditioned path, or are you going to take the reins of your life and make it an independent life filled with personal challenge, maybe occasional failure, and hopefully filled with a joy that comes from perseverance and accomplishment? The minute you leave the ceremony, it's totally up to you. When I was in graduate school, I had a classmate that would read the obituaries every single day. This was a really strange thing, morbid thing for a 22-year-old woman to do. I asked her once why she did that. She said that she read the obituaries for two reasons. First, if her name wasn't in the obituary, she knew she was still alive, and that was a good thing. Second, and more importantly, for the purposes of this speech, she read the obituaries to see what other people selected as important accomplishments in a life. At the time, I actually thought that this was a pretty smart thing to do, to see how all these different lives are summed up so that you can make an informed choice about how you want to live your own. Standing here today, I think she was misguided. She was looking outward for an answer that can only be found by looking inward. The answer to what constitutes a fulfilled life cannot, check that, should not be found in a newspaper or any other resource. It can only be found inside of you. So in closing, I would say that it's okay to model your life on mom, dad, or someone else you admire. Just make sure that you are making an intentional choice to mow a lawn or to clean the house, because it's what you think is important, not because it was what someone else always did. Congratulations, class of 2015. Best wishes for a long, healthy, and happy life. We are proud of you.
Mr. Finch, Mrs. Mosier, as high school principal, I certify that each member present here today has fulfilled the requirements established by the Board of Education of the Red Hook Central School District and the New York State Education Department, and is entitled to receive a Red Hook High School diploma, a CDOS credential, or a general education diploma.
Karim Ahmed. David Axe. Nicholas Axe. John Alessi. Lucy Almada Macabish. William Avis. Jordan Ball. Nicholas Bannister. Abigail Baxter. Caitlin Beach. Shannon Berg. Connor Borick. Lucas Brammer. Kaylee Bremer. Bennett Brooks. Michael Brunson. Joseph Bryant. Genevieve Calejo. Michael Ryan Calejo. Nicholas Carlson. Mackenzie Carroll. Allison Cascone. Myra Salea. Justin Sella. Sophia Cerulli. Stefan Shishka. Michaela Kuhn. Danny Corliss. Johnny Curran. Alexia Savijic. Catherine DeLeo. Nolan Dalton. Nicholas DeLangelo. Thomas DeAngelo. Jacqueline Davies. Connor Decker. Kayla Decker. Tyler Del Judas. Danielle Denardis. Dante R. Denardis. Shelby Deneau. Samuel Dixon. Shane C. Digan. Ryan Dorian. Dustin Ducey. Oscar Fernandez. Ethan Figay. Samuel Gilbert. Alex Girardi. John Gomez. Nancy Garino. Catherine Hardiman. Grace Hegstetter. Zachary Hilbert. John Hogan III. Joseph Hunziker. Summer L. Image. Ross and Sonia. Alexandria Jero Greco. Matthew Jordan. Benjamin Kafka. Gregory Karpinski. John Templeton Kay. Shannon Cassie Kelly. Riley Kiggins. Timothy Kaluba. Adarsh Kumar. Jacob Labassiere. Natalie Labassiere. Samuel Lang. Andrew Lawson. Braulio Leon. Riker Aaron Levy. Joe E. Lewis. Jonas Lindholm Utsi. Elizabeth Lococo. Ethan Longenecker. Brian Lonto. Samantha Lohr. Sophia Lovis. Marissa Lown. Amanda McGuire. Lauren Marisi. Nicholas Marks. Xavier Martinez. Brianna McCann. William McNeese. Daniel Mendoza. Stacy Menos. Jonathan Mialma Romero. Selena Malaris. Haley Miller. Johnny Mills. Anastasia Mitchell. Alicia Audrey Mondello. Abigail Moore. Tiffany Maurus. Cassidy Murray. Delaney Myers. Becky Nessel. Aiden O'Shea. Jessica Osterhout. Ariana Padilla Carreras. Ariana Parkinson. Maris Parr. Emma Patsy. Sophia Lillian Pelosi. Katia Perez. Samantha Perici. Liam Peterson. Graham Pierce. Heather Pinchbeck. Nicolette Pinto. Stephanie Popovich. Nicholas Proctor. Megan Pulver. Molly Pulver.
Sarah Riley. Roxanne Renzo. Elizabeth Ritchie. Brittany Reifenberg. Shannon Reifenberg. Dylan Robertson. Casey Roth. Allison Laurel Sagerman. Katarina Salmon. Sebastian Sargenti. William Shafrick. Allison Shafo. Carrie Schultz. Rachel Seymour. Rachel Shoemaker. Jenna Smeeds. Michael Smikla. Jillian Snyder. Daisy Sola. Stefan Stickle. Haley Noel Stokes. Emily Sturdivant. Annie Sullivan. Tim Terry. Alexandra Tyson. Carson Wayne Thompson. Private Callie Thorpe. Dominic Tiberio. Thomas Timperio. Morgan Troutman. Patrick Troy. Charles Van Orden II. Melissa Van Orden. Brandon Bowl. Cody Vosberg. Charlie Ann Weber. Nicholas Wheeler. Jordan Whitman. Shelby Wilcox. Sarah Wolford. Tyler Wyatt. Shannon Yearwood. Drew Zarella. Cameron Zaduniak. Derek Zick.
You're in the wrong parade, sir.
Graduates, before we recess, you may now stand up, move your tassel from the right to the left as a symbol of your entry into the Alumni Association of Red Hook High School. Mr. McCrudden and the marshals, would you please come forward?